Va subiendo la corriente con chichorro y atarraya, la canoa de bareque para llegar a la playa. El pescador habla con la luna, habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya.
Andrea, you started playing in this big band, St. Andre Jazz Band, when you were 12 years young.
Yes, I was 12 when I started being part of this beautiful band that had existed only for 1 year or two before I entered.
Okay.
But I had already the pleasure to have seen it live, and they were in the same school as I was studying, and also they were already starting to perform live in festivals around Barcelona. So I already was admiring them, and then I got the chance to join.
And this band, as far as I know, there come a lot of talents like Rita Payet. She was here 2 years ago. Could you tell me more about this fantastic band? Who's leading it?
Yeah, John Chamorro is the heart of it and the head of it. He had the idea of impulsing, creating something for students in the school. It started in a public school, in a public music school, like that you do after school, and he wanted to go a little bit more forward with jazz because it was more centered in classical music, but he was always teaching jazz with his saxophone. So he wanted to have the opportunity to play in a group with those more interested students, to do some extra hours and to really share the spirit and light them up with this passion of jazz. And it has evolved very much from the beginning. I think we were like 8 people when we started, and then it evolved into a big band.
It's astonishing that it's so creative, such a creative atmosphere in this band.
Yeah, and I think one of the beautiful things is also that it has evolved with the people that was in it. Like there was a time, where we didn't have any singer. We were a smaller band. We would play more New Orleans jazz, like the really old jazz. And then it evolved into a swing orchestra, more or less. And then at some point I started to sing, and John was encouraging many other people to start singing in the big band. And that was nice because at some point we were like 10 singers, and some of them were interested in Brazilian music. Then they started to playing some bossa nova, and so some others lately liked more funk music, which we didn't play at the beginning, but then it's a little bit open for the taste of the musicians to propose and to learn. And sometimes there's also musicians that are interested in more modern jazz. So I think that's nice.
And what is your favorite style?
I grew with the traditional jazz or the classic. I think I like it. It connects me with the root of the music. But I think right now, with this last project, Loopholes, I'm really maybe feeling happy to sing funk music and jazz, but fusion jazz with more modern stuff.
Baby, it's all you can do for his time, not for you to try.
And how did you come to this music, to love jazz?
My parents liked good music, but I also was surrounded very much with pop music and the mainstream music that we all listen everywhere. And then I think I fell in love with jazz only because I started playing an instrument, the trumpet. I started enjoying it, but maybe was not so sure about it. And then Joan Chamorro started teaching me some jazz, and I think, yes, he put the sparkle on me.
And what does loopholes mean to you? It's a possibility to disappear, isn't it?
For me, loopholes represents this new stage of life, because it was created, and you know, the conception and the idea of it was during the pandemic, and which changed our lives, but also because I became a mother. So it's all this new phase or new stage of my life, and for me, loopholes is this new era, let's say. I wanted to collaborate with Christoph Mallinger and Stefan Kondert, who were more into this fusion jazz and hip hop and funk and other musical horizons that I hadn't played before. And we really did a choral work. I mean, it's really something we were doing, the three of us, and not as much myself alone as some other things before that I planned more alone. This one is really a lot of the work. They were composing, they were giving me ideas, they were playing things that then I could write melodies or lyrics on it. So it's really a creation of the three.
Stacked in our espresso jars, risk of seizures gain, thinking right but then doing wrong. It don't seem